everyone. Welcome to my June 26th card class to go. My name is Jodie Jordan, and I am a demonstrator for Stampin' Up. Today, we're going to work on a birthday card featuring the Hello Ladybug stamp set and also the Sending Smile stamp set. The cutout image that you see was punched out from the decorative circle punch. And this stamp that you see, well, actually, what you're seeing right now is me coloring in with my Stampin' Write markers. Sometimes if your image doesn't do a good crisp image, you can use those Stampin' Write markers to color in. It's the exact same kind of ink that's in your stamp pad, so it works pretty good. Now this stamp has a two-step stamp, and you can choose. I'm using the Real Red blending markers. If you don't want to take the time to color this in, you could always just stamp with the red with the second stamp over. I just chose to color it in real quick. Sometimes when I try to line things up like that, I don't do the best job. So I decided to color this in, which is funny because normally I don't really care to color, but this wasn't that bad. So if you're new here, I want to tell you a little bit about my card class to go. You can watch these videos completely free. And if you would like to receive the card kits to make all of these projects, which it is 3 cards, and I send you enough supplies to make 2 each of each project, all you have to do is place an order in my online store using my host code, and I will send you these card kits for free. Now, if you place a $50 order in my online store, then I will also send you a free embellishment. The embellishment that I'm using in this video is actually a retired product. I will not be sending you that. It's no longer available. I am going to actually send a substitute. Let me see. Let me look in the catalog and see what the name of the. There's some gems in here that are all. It's like a 3-pack, or actually it's 4. You get the black, gray, like a cream color, and a white, and those are called classic matte dots. That's what I will send you this week if you spend over $50 for an order. So I use the Stylish Shapes dies to cut out that circle. And I'm placing this down, and this is where I originally intend on putting my image is over in this right corner. But Stampin' Style, when you make boo-boos or you make errors or you get smudges of ink somewhere, your vision changes. You have to change it to save the project, and that's exactly what I'm going to do here. I end up getting ink on my project, so I just decide to put it somewhere else and add an extra leaf. So that's what I'm doing now is stamping in the leaves on the corners, which I intended on doing all along, but you'll see that I end up adding an extra one. So I ended up biting the bullet and going ahead and purchasing an additional or a new Misty. I know I said I wasn't going to do it, but I ended up, they had a new one that came out. And so I went ahead and decided to order it. I probably will still use my Stamparatus from time to time because it does have the hinges where I can move it. I probably will not use it on camera just because I'll use it when I'm creating items for my craft fair. But if in the description below, if you click on see more, there is going to be a link or there will be all the information about this card class, and there is a shop link that you can click on that will automatically have the host code attached. It's very important that you shop with the host code because what I do is I combine everyone's orders to get Stampin' Rewards along with I also, send out or, put extra towards, whatever the difference is that I don't get in Stampin' Rewards. So, um, normally Stampin' Up! Will give you Stampin' Rewards if you place an order of $150 or more, but you don't get it if you only receive or if you only spend like $50. So if you spend over $150, I will still send you the card kits and I will definitely send you the free gems, but you can just take off the host code and get your own Stampin' Rewards. Um, yeah, so like I said, the link is in the description below. Also, if you're interested in anything that I have going on, these card classes, I have card classes to go. I have in-person classes, and starting real soon, I'm going to have um, online card classes just that won't be featured on YouTube. It'll be only sent through email. So you can join my email list. There's also a link in the description below to join my email list. I would love to have you, and that way you don't miss any sales that's going on or any classes that I'm doing. The big one coming up is going to be the Christmas in July. Everybody loves Christmas, and Christmas in July is going to be a lot of fun, and I'm working on plans for that. So definitely join my email list if you're interested in any of that because it will not be shown online here in YouTube. So I'm just cutting the base cardstock, and you see I added an additional leaf that I wasn't intending on doing, but that's okay. It's the project turns out super cute, and you know that's the beauty of stamping. You can change what your vision is on a dime. I almost changed the colors of this. I went with this is the Granny Apple Green. I don't know what it is about the Granny Apple Green and red together, just says summer to me, like summer picnic. I was going to use like a Lost Lagoon and Pretty Peacock, and I actually, when I go to glue this down, you're probably or some of the cards you'll end up seeing that paper because it's on the back. Not this card, but it'll be another card later. You'll see that I started to stamp that and end up using that I just flip it over and use the other side. You can kind of see in the pic or in the video the smudge there right under the word sending. Um, I started over several times because, like I said, I struggled with the colors and I changed it a couple times and I went back to this summer looking granny apple green. I love the how bright it is and like I said, it just reminds me of summer. So I went with this. Needed to re-ink my granny apple green. That's why I kept needing to re-stamp it. That's why I made sure that I used the Misty. Um, this leaf sometimes is not, well, I take that back because when I was using my brand new Pretty Peacock, it came out first image. No, I didn't have to repeat stamp it, but my Granny Apple Green ink pad is a little bit older, so and it needs re-inked. So that's probably why there's the Lost Lagoon and the Pretty Peacock. I think those two colors are pretty, but the bright green just, I don't know. Like I said, I was going for a summer look, so look for another card later on with those two colors. I'm thinking about doing the monkeys in those colors. I love the sentiments on this one. Now the sending, you can actually do a die cut if you want. That comes, it was a bundle last year. You have to buy it separate now. After if Stampin' Up! Brings back a bundle, they never give you the 10% discount on it, when they bring it back. But if you don't own it already, it's really a very nice, bundle to have. So here I'm bringing in these are matte black dots from last year. I think the ones that, I don't have them yet. I placed an order for them, but they're not here yet. The classic matte dots with the multiple colors. It's the basic black, basic gray, very vanilla and white. That's what you'll get. I think those might be a little flatter than these. These are, a lot, they're raised more, but they didn't come in time and I wanted to keep going, pushing with the project. So, this is the finished card. So I just want to remind everyone that also when you're placing orders with me all summer, I am dropping your name in a bowl for every $50 that you spend, and all the things that are listed on this slide here. At the end of summer, I'm going to have a drawing, and I may have. It depends on how many orders I get, how many how many names I pull, but you definitely don't want to miss out on that if you're placing your orders. Okay, so now for card two, I am going to use the same stamp set, Hello Ladybug, um, but this time we're going to turn it into a bee. And I'm just using the You Can Bug Me Anytime stamp from the set. I'm also going to use the stylish shape dies. I cannot, I just, I use those all the time for everything. I would say it's probably my most used and favorite of all the dies that I own. The stitching is what does it for me. I don't know. I like it when the dies are stitched, and you always need shapes. So these have the squares, the circles, and then the banner pieces, and that's what I'm doing now. Is I am stamping to create my own banner. I'm going to end up cutting uh, the edge off of it and just have it kind of float on the side of the card. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. I also am going to use the basic border dies. So for this, it's kind of like, it almost looks like a little triangle or an arrow, or I don't know what you would call it. But these dies are also stitched and I love them as well. I'm trying to use them more. Sometimes I stick them in they get stuck in my stash and I just have to remind myself to use them. They're fabulous. I don't know why I don't use them more, but it's the one that's in the video now is the stylish shapes, but the basic borders is so you can make like trim or edges of your card. We used it last week to make the balloon card. Um, yeah, these two sets are definitely good sets to own if you don't mind die cutting. Some people don't like to die cut, but it's definitely nice. It creates a really beautiful effect on your card just by having the stitching. I don't know if you guys can hear in the background. My son is listening to church, so you might hear some preaching in the background. I'm making this video on Sunday, so here what I'm doing is I'm going to measure um, this piece of cardstock I'm going to measure in 1 inch on each end and then measure the center of the cardstock. Um, just so I can make sure that my triangle is even. Now you don't have to do this. You could just lay it on there and wing it and whatever shape you come up with is fine, but I wanted it to be measured and look, you know, what is it, unified, I guess. Um, yeah, I've seen cards where you can tell they didn't measure and it looks so cool. I mean, there's so many possibilities with these dies. I think I'm gonna, since I got Christmas in July coming up, I'll probably reuse them again to make maybe hills or something. That rounded one would make some great hills. I think the dye that I use the most out of this is probably the clouds because you can create a stencil. Now, when you're laying this down, you want to make sure that the dye is going to where the point is, that it's going to cut all the way. You don't want to back it up too far back to where it doesn't cut the point. So um, try to push that all the way to the front. And these do fit in the mini as long as your image that you're cutting is less than, I believe, 3.5 inches is how wide the mini is. Not sure. I think at one point in time I measured, so I would know to never make my project that big, but I think it's 3.5 inches. I'm using Post-it note tape. That Post-it note tape is very sticky. Sometimes it will tear your project if you're not careful. It's funny because I have washi tape, but I feel like the washi tape is not enough. Or I won't say the washi tape is not enough, but you can't reuse the washi tape as much as you can the Post-it note tape. So that's why I use that. But you just got to be careful when you're pulling it off of your project. So the paper that I'm using is the designer series paper that I'm using is from the Zoo Crew. Um, if you haven't gotten that paper yet, you definitely want to get it. It has a lot of black and white. All of one side is black and white, and then the other side has the Zoo Crew images. But if you do any kind of projects for Halloween, the black and white would be perfect for that. So right now we're having the designer series paper at 15% off, so it's the perfect time to buy it. I think a pack of paper is only like $10. So I'm just cutting little strips here, like maybe 1/8 of an inch, and that's so we can turn this ladybug into a bumblebee. This is the Ladybug Builder Punch. At one point in time, this stamp set and this punch was a bundle, but it's a carryover from last year, so you cannot get the 10% discount when you buy the bundle for this one. Um, but I love the way that you can, like you can make it a ladybug or you can make it a bee. It's just, makes it that much better because you don't have to only stick to the bee, or I mean the ladybug. This is vellum that I'm cutting. I thought it would make the wings look pretty cool because you could still see through them. Now, the thing about a lot of people don't like about vellum is when you apply your adhesive, you can see through. The way that I'm going to do this, you won't be able to do that. I'm going to attach one of those yellow strips on the outside of it, and you won't be able to see the glue underneath. Now, I think if I could do this over again, I call this green glue, but it's the Tombow multi-purpose glue. I guess I call it green glue because the bottle's green. I have no clue why I keep calling it the green glue. But it's very sticky. So if you get it on your fingers, everything sticks to you. And when you use your scissors to cut, like I'm going to do, you might want to let it dry all the way so your scissors don't get sticky because you're going to see that they start sticking to my scissors. But you want to flip it over and just cut, keep the angle of your design. Now you can put it back in the punch if you want, but you have to be very precise when you put it in there so you don't punch the antenna off or something like that. I think the first time I made my practice card, I did it that way, and then I realized it was just as easy just to snip it off. Now you can make these thicker if you wanted, but I just thought the little eighth of an inch paper, you know, was enough to create the effect of the stripe and the bee. I should send this card to my cousin. She's a beekeeper. She keeps or she makes honey and she has bees in her backyard. I don't know what you call it. I've never asked her what she calls it. I just see her on the internet. I should send this to her. I think I will. She'll love it. The cardstock I'm using, this is the lemon lolly. It's one of our new colors that came in this year. We really needed a lighter yellow. All of our yellows was like golds and kind of a, like a darker color. So I love this bright yellow. So see, I'm just applying the glue right there where the yellow strip is on top, so you won't see it. These are so cute. I need to do a scrapbook page with these. I did one with the ladybug, but the bees are so cute. And again, it fits the summer theme too. So I'm basically just repeating the same thing again with this one. This card is going to have two bees on the front. Takes a little bit of time to do this. Not really, but it just the glue makes your fingers sticky, so, um, I think I ended up stopping making the video and going and washing my hands because they were so sticky, and my paper ended up getting the grid paper was sticky, so, use vellum very often, but it really is a nice thing to soften up the effect on your cards, like if you wanna stick something on a pattern paper and you wanna break up the pattern a little bit, it does a good job doing that. I need to order more. I need to put that on my list because my pack is kinda low. I was trying to I was trying to zoom in with my camera this time, and so it I apologize that I'm not in the camera the whole time. I'm not aligned in in the camera view the whole time. I was trying to zoom in so you could since I was doing more detailed work, I wanted you to be able to kinda see what I was doing, but I'm not realizing that I'm out of the camera here. I'm sorry. See how all that was stuck to my scissors? If you guys could only see some of the stuff that I edited out, like, I mean, I was like trying to flick it off and it was still sticking to me. I like this glue because it gives you a chance to move things around, but it is definitely sticky. You can't even really tell that it's glued down. So I'm just getting my card base ready and I am making sure that my score line is aligned. Sometimes when I'm cutting my cardstock, it's not always, or when I'm doing my score line, I don't always get it right on the exact line. So this is just one of the patterns for the designer series paper with the black and white. I'm gonna stock up on this because I know I plan on doing the 12 weeks of Halloween, and I don't know, so the holiday catalog doesn't come out until I think September this year. If I want to, I think our pre-order is in August for demonstrators. So I need to start designing those projects soon, and I don't even know what's going to be in the catalog yet. Now we are going to have starting July 6th. There's going to be some online exclusives coming. Um, I know there's a horse and sleigh as far as Christmas projects, and there is this truck punch that's coming. And I'm telling you, if you want that truck punch, you need to buy it on the 6th of July because it's going to sell out. All the demonstrators are buzzing about it. We just had a creative, it's called Creative Now, where all of us did it was like an online event, and they demonstrated some super cute projects with this, even 3D items, and everybody wants it. So if you want to guarantee that you're going to get it, and when the thing is with online exclusives, I'm pretty sure Stampin' Up! Is going to reorder it when it sells out, but um, yeah, there's no guarantee with that. It's not going to be in a catalog, so that's how the online exclusives work. They can decide to, bring it back, or they can decide not to order more. Now I was told that once something runs out complete, like if like it takes 9 weeks for something to come. So if it does sell out the first week, they would have plenty of time to get it in before Christmas. But that's up to them. Hopefully they ordered a lot of them, and everyone will get a chance to order. But from my experience, if you want it, be prepared to buy it on the 6th of July. And the thing is normally Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, we get to do most of the time we get to do a pre-order, And with the pre-order, we can order not everything. Like the annual catalog, we can only order a small supply. Now, the mini catalogs in the past, we could order everything, anything we want. I mean, it's a limited supply. Like we can only order like 2 packs of paper and one bundle or something like that. But in the past, with a catalog, we get to do that. With the online exclusives, they're not, we got to pre-order that horse and sleigh, but we did not get to pre-order the truck punch. So, you know, and it's going to be a bundle. It's so cute. If for me, I live in Florida, so it has a little palm tree that you can stick in the back of the truck, a Christmas tree that you can stamp in the back. I think presents was one of them. Um, yeah, I'm getting it for sure. I will be right on there probably at 2 o'clock in the morning trying to order it to make sure that I get it. It's that cute. I love it. And I know I'll be able to use it for tags and things for my craft fairs. So that's why I want it so bad. Speaking of becoming a demonstrator, if anyone, like if you're spending over $100 on product, then you might want to consider becoming a demonstrator. Now, when I say that, that does not mean that you have to do like me and try to create a business with that. All it means is that you're required to do, minimum spending or sales every 3 months. And if you're curious about that, it's $300. You're required to sell or spend $300 every 3 months. So if you're placing an order of $100 a month, then you should definitely sign up to be a demonstrator, and I would love to have you on my team. Um, you know, you get a discount also when there's different titles, and different titles get different discounts. But you start out as a bronze, and once you sell, believe I think it, I think it's $1,800. You can become a bronze elite, and you will get a 25% discount. But right out of the gate, you get 20%. That's like if you're already spending $100 a month on Stampin' Up! Products, then it's definitely something you should consider. Not to mention the community, like the groups and, the things that we do. We do card swaps, we do challenges. It's just a bunch of fun to be a demonstrator. Like I said, we all start out as hobby demonstrators. For years, I was one. I signed up in 2014 and I worked full time at the hospital. So I did not have time to be a demonstrator, to have classes. I worked all the time. So, and I was raising kids. Now I'm making it a business because I have time. It is what you make it. It only has to be what you want it to be. So, just something to think about. Definitely no pressure, but if you're interested in that, please contact me, email me. There's also a link in the description to join my team if you'd like. I would love to have you. So I'm just getting the panels ready to go inside the card. I try to do this whenever I have a lot of weight on the front of the card. I just want to balance out the weight, so I do 2 layers. I don't always do it, but sometimes I do. I love this card. It's so cute. My cousin's gonna love it. I know she will. And this is the finished card. Super cute, right? So here's the flyer for the starter kit. Right now, if you want to join my team, you can place an order, or you click on the join my team and you will spend $99, but you get to pick $155 worth of product. And also there's free shipping. So if you're interested in that, join my email, ask me all the questions in the world about it. If you know this is something that you want to do, go ahead and click that join button in the description below. Okay, so now for card 3. I am still using the Hello Ladybug stamp set. I'm just going to have this one say hello. And then I did the exact same thing with the bee that I did in the second card. So I went ahead and put that together to save you, you know, having to watch that again. Now, the paper that I'm using is called Delightfully Eclectic, and it's one of the designer series papers that is on sale for 15% off. So this is a huge pack of cardstock, y'all. It's like I forget how many. It's 48 sheets of designer series paper. It's huge. It's if you're gonna buy any paper at all, you definitely want this pack of paper because it has a little bit of everything in there. And right now it's normally $30 for the pack, but right now it's 25.50 for the pack with the 15% off. And then if you join Stampin' Up, you get an additional 20% off of that. So something to think about. Uh, you know, we get that discount. So, and our discount is on top of the normal discount. So it's just something to think about. Um, the dies that I'm using in this are the nested essential dies. This is another set of dies that I love. It has the stitching as well. It's got some banners. These are kind of like what is this, like I guess a rounded rectangle shape, and then kind of like a diamond shape. I used the diamond shapes when I made the patriotic card for my card class. Um, you can go back and see those if you want. This card's really easy. I kept this one pretty simple. I let the designer series paper do all the work. I'm just applying that down, and it was hard with this one because both sides is cute. Those are little lemons, and I was trying to keep this kind of summer, but at the same time, I know bees fly around the flowers, so that's why I chose the flowered side. And I wanted to bring in a different color besides, the red and black and yellow. So the color on this is the crushed curry, but I think I used the daffodils a lot. I like the bright if the daffodil is a lot brighter than the crushed curry, and I didn't want to use the lemon lolly because it was too bright for the center of. I wanted it to kind of match the centers of the daisies. So when I'm doing the little stitch lines that I create, I'm just using a gel pen. You could even use one of our Stampin' Right markers. Now the older ones have more like a pen tip than the new ones. The new ones are more of a thicker marker, but they still do a good, solid line. It's not like they don't bleed on the paper like a marker would. But what I'm using is I've had these for a long time. Are the jelly rolls, and this one is the number 6 jelly roll. Uh, that I get at Michael's. Or you could also use another one that I use, which I don't like it as well to do things like this, is the multi-liner Copic marker. I have one of those too, but that tends to bleed a little bit. So that's why I like the jelly rolls, because it doesn't bleed. But yeah, it's whatever you have in your stash, or you can buy this, one. I think the Stamp and Write marker for the. Not sure if the black comes individual or if you have to buy that with the naturals. I'll have to. Actually, I have my catalog right here. I could look and see. Well, actually, the video is pretty much over. Let me look and see if I can find it before the video ends. Yeah, it comes in. You have to buy it with the naturals, and that's a 10-pack. I've had mine for a long time. I actually won a contest in my group, and I got a whole set one year, and I had already owned some, so that's how I got mine. But this is the finished card. I hope you like it. So leave me a message in the comments below which card was your favorite, and let me know. Have you done this? You own this bundle? Have you created the bee with it? Also, if you want to get these card kits, the information is in the description below. I will get those card kits out to you in the next week following the class. The class, or you actually can get these from June 26th all the way until you can place your order from June 26th to July 2nd to receive these card kits. It's a $35 minimum and $50 if you want the gems. Thanks, everybody. I will see you on Thursday for another video. Bye-bye.